is a name above every diagnosis. There is a name above every broken dream. There is a name above every situation that looks more hopeless than it seems to be.
There is a name
that opens prison doors.
There is a name
There is a name that calms the raging sea. There is a name that raises what was dead and speaks new life where there was none to see. The name that saves, the name that saves, Jesus, the name that saves. When every other name has failed and fallen short, Jesus, the name that saves, the name that breaks the power of every darkness, the name that heals and restores and reclaims. Jesus, the name that saves. Jesus, the name that saves. Peter and John went to the temple in the day. A lame man sat and begged along the way. Silver and gold we don't have, Peter said, but in the name of Jesus rise and walk instead.